Samantha, thank you. A convicted serial arsonist is sentenced in Brown County today.
A judge found Thomas Smith II guilty of several felonies and sentenced him to almost a decade behind bars. One of the fires the 61-year-old eventually admitted to starting destroyed almost 3 dozen rental storage lockers and caused nearly $400,000 in damage back in 2021. A judge also finding Smith guilty of several other charges, including burglary and theft. In a First Alert update, Brittany Schmidt joins us now with details from today's sentencing. Brittany.
Cami and Bill, the judge was quick to point out the several victims in this case who lost more than property in those storage units. For some, it took years to replace what was lost. For others, the items are irreplaceable, like family photos and heirlooms. The judge took all of that into consideration during sentencing today, including an apology from Smith himself.
We know that he is a liar, a thief, and an arsonist.
Strong words from the prosecution Thursday during the sentencing of Thomas Smith II. He burglarized, then set fire to these rental units at Lock Safe on Stiles Road on Green Bay's west side in 2021.
A thief is bad enough, but a thief just looks at what somebody else has and says, I want this, I'm going to take it. An arsonist looks at what somebody else has and says, I want to destroy this. No one will ever be able to get any sense of enjoyment out of this again.
One victim did address the court. The court asked us not to record the statement, but they said it took them years to financially recover from this on a fixed budget, and it's the personal mementos that can never be replaced.
It's notable that all of these happened fairly away from people. There was nobody really around. There's always risk that a first responder or a firefighter could get injured in the nature of the fire, but these are fairly isolated, unpopulated areas where there's really no immediate danger to people. And so I think it's important to remember that this case is, while aggravated in that sense, still a property case.
Before the judge handed down his sentence, Smith addressed the court to apologize.
And I ask everybody's forgiveness, and if I had to go back and change anything, I would change a lot, not do what I did. And I am truly sorry.
But what makes this difference is the sheer number one, and number two, there's fire involved. There's fire all the time. That's scary, scary stuff. Certainly fire can get out of control, and he isn't to be commended for somehow lighting a fire in a non-populated zone.
Judge Hinkfist sentenced Smith to prison for several counts, totaling 9 years in prison with time already served. Once out, he will be on extended supervision for 4 years.
Smith is also ordered to write apology letters to each of the victims. As far as restitution goes, a hearing will be held in June to decide on the amount, but based on numbers presented by the prosecution today, it could be as high as $200,000. Cami, Bill.